Ta Satt. Greetings to you, Highlight. It is my pleasure to introduce myself to you. I am Bella Isis, a Pleiadian in a human body. Since September 2021, I have been in contact with my galactic family, the Pleiadians. But we are not only consciously connected, I am already living with them here on this planet, on Earth, in the present time. And that's what I want to tell you about today. The world that we perceive outside at the moment is an illusion. It doesn't correspond to any path of reality. Most people are still living in this illusion. I am speaking to you today to encourage you that reality is only a thought away. Everyone can actively choose to live reality exactly the way he or she wants to. Why do I allow myself to say this? Well, because I can already partially live actively in reality. Although I live with you here on Earth, I'm partly in other dimensions and not only in the third. Sometimes I am in the fifth and partly in the seventh, but still with and among you. Let me take you on a journey, on my journey, so that you can see exactly what I mean. I have always felt like a stranger on this planet, abandoned, forgotten, lost, as if from another planet. For some time now I have known exactly where this strange feeling comes from. I am indeed from another planet. My origins are in the Pleiades. I come from the seventh dimension of consciousness. I am, so to speak, an alien in a human body. That's why I have always felt strange and uncomfortable among many people here. Perhaps some of you have experienced this feeling since you were little. But you are not alone, for there are many beings from other galaxies or star systems who have chosen to incarnate here on this beautiful blue planet in order to help with the ascension of our Earth Mother. Perhaps you too, otherwise you would not be listening to my words. Feel warmly embraced and welcomed, brave soul. I have had a harmonious life as a Pleiadian, but I have voluntarily decided to give up my body in order to actively assist with the ascension here. For a long time I felt how painful this voluntary decision was, because I was living in separation and I was always missing something. I had a longing that couldn't be described in words, a burning feeling, a lack of understanding that kept me in the dark for years. But I had to go through this very darkness to find the light on Earth and to find my light. When I had wandered too long in the dark alleys and couldn't find a way out, my galactic family came to my aid and gradually led me out of this illusion, deep into the truth, my truth and my origin. They woke me from a coma that had lasted over 30 years. My Pleiadian parents are with me on Earth. They are with me every day. I have active contact with extraterrestrials on this planet. I can describe what they look like, what their preferences are, what we experience together, to take away people's fear of aliens. I tell about them. You could say I live with aliens because they come to my house to visit, like an aunt or a neighbor who rings for a tea. The difference is that my companions don't need a door to come in and go out. I have written my personal and extremely galactic story in books to give people courage, to give you courage, because I already live partly in reality and want to show you that you can personally open your doors to these dimensions if you want to. How you can do this is very simple. Open your heart center. Your heart and your gratitude are the keys. You need to immerse yourself in truly galactic worlds. In my books that I have already written, I talk about my experiences and what it is like to live with aliens. Incidentally, my favorite companions are peace-loving reptilians who also walk through my house as if they were human friends visiting. My best friend in the whole universe is also reptilian. I love him more than anything. But it is not only aliens that come to me, but also magical creatures. Some of them you may have only heard in fairy tales, but they are real, because they visit me regularly. They sit in my bed, listen to music, talk to me, and much, much more. In my books, I tell you how it all began and how the story developed. In fact, you could say that my life is a series of different movies. But it's not a movie, it's not an illusion. No, it's reality. I have linked my collected works and my own magical books below, so that you can find them if they speak to you personally. Every single book I have written is highly energetically charged and partly programmed by magical beings or extraterrestrials. In each book, my friends and I take you a little deeper into reality. We encourage people to be able to live in reality themselves. I myself can feel letters or pages. One of my main abilities is clairvoyance, but I can feel energies. When I open my own books, a gentle breeze blows. It is the messenger that will take you to magical worlds. It gently blows your hair back as you turn the pages. The books are very powerful and sometimes tell in an amusing way what it's like to live with aliens or other beings. I also have a poltergeist in my house. You can meet him too. Before, he was so funny that he knocked on the dishes in my sink and opened a bottle cap with a loud pop. My companion thinks such things are very amusing. He giggled happily as he successfully made noise again. You can find out how I met this wonderful and very cheeky friend in my story, in my magic books. Today, I am with my galactic family. My Pleiadian mother is with me and walks through my house as if an earthly mother were visiting. My alien mother is also one of my main soul guides, and my father is also often with me. My Pleiadian parents are with me, raising me as a child again, but this time as an earthly one. This is sometimes a real challenge for the aliens, because in their eyes I can appear like a pubescent, a human child. They raise me from child to goddess, so to speak, with love and without force. They always give me my free will and take into account my spiritual development that I have to go through here. My companions show me that I am a goddess because I have forgotten it, like almost everyone else. But I am not only accompanied by extraterrestrials, but also by so-called gods. some of whom you know from ancient or mystical descriptions. They also walk through my house as if there were human guests. One of my dearest friends from the divine realm is God Thor. This very special video is about him today. On a personal level, it is very important for him to be respected. He knows very well how we think of him because of all the movies we have seen. His personal reputation is damaged, and he wants more respect from people. They should respect the world of gods again. That is one of his most important wishes from us humans. At the same time, he is very happy that some people see him as a hero. It fills him with pride, but his role is portrayed in a very unflattering way because he feels like he's being dragged through the mud. He is sometimes ridiculed and portrayed as he says himself, a drunkard. He doesn't like it because it's not true. Gods like him don't drink beer. God Thor is with me now. He is one of my dearest friends, and as his friend, it is one of my missions to restore reputation to the respect he deserves. Because every being deserves respect, and that is very important to my companion. I thought I could tell you about the Pleiadians today, but God Thor had a different opinion. I thank him for that. Believe it or not, he's standing next to me in the doorway, watching me as I talk about him. God Thor wants to mention that he knows I was going to talk about my galactic life among and with aliens, and he is saying right now that he loves being around me because he wants to call me one of his best earthly friends. I am so moved that I have to sit there with my mouth open, gasping for air. He says it's not necessary, he's just saying what he feels. Thank you, I can only reciprocate. God Thor is standing next to me, he's great. He greets you warmly and says that if you want to see him, you can look in my magical books, because there is a truly magnificent picture of him, painted by a chosen magical artist. He wants me to tell you, and I will do as he asks. The fabulous painter painted him according to his ideas, and his painting is exactly what he expected. God Thor wants to praise the artist once again. I am very moved. The divine being stands beside me and lets you know that as I speak, he embeds his energy into my voice to reach you directly if you wish. God Thor is one of my personal teachers, if I may say so. Yes, I may, he nods his head. He is already a god and is now training me to become one as well. I deliberately say God, even I am a woman, because I already have my feminine and masculine primal power in harmony and can use both equally. Gendering is undesirable. I see myself as both a god and a goddess. God Thor is happy because he sees that I have understood. My masculine and feminine energies are in harmony. However, my galactic friend is not only training me in masculinity, but also in bravery and courage. Knowing that my books are called Take Courage, Lightworkers, He also wants to encourage you, for he knows that we humans who are so diligently supporting ascension need a lot of courage, and he's signaling that he's also there to help if we wish. I love God Thor very much, as a friend, as a teacher, and as a companion. He is smiling very lovingly and kindly at this very moment. His heart is soft and gentle, a wonderful soul. God Thor returns the same to me. Oh, thank you, he's so lovely. Whenever creatures come to visit, they receive gifts every day. God Thor has already seen the gift I have placed on my altar today, but the fruit is very unripe and sour for his taste. But he would have been happy anyway. He knows that our opinions for really tasty, healthy and nutritious food are very limited here on this planet. But he smiles and says that he's put a little bit of magic on my fruit, so that at least I will like it afterwards. We both laugh. I love his humor. Thank you. I love you very much, my friend. God Thor has just knelt beside me to be at eye level with me. He lifts his right arm and puts his hand on my upper left arm. I am on the 7th cloud. He's magical and wonderful and so beautiful. My friend says I should tell you what he wants to say now. We have agreed that he will put his energy into my voice to reach you directly. He is speaking through me as well. I allow him to do so. It is my wish and his desire. I need a short break to connect and give him the opportunity to speak through me. One of my main abilities is to sense beings, and I can guarantee you that if he speaks to you now, his divine breath will blow around you. God Thor is speaking to you personally. Be fully aware of this. It doesn't matter if you're watching the video or just listening. As I speak, there is a wind blowing around you, like a gentle breeze. Can you feel it yet? God Thor is speaking through me now. Dear people, I speak to you. They call me God Thor. You probably know me from films or from ancient legends and myths, which, by the way, didn't all happen the way they were told. But that's another story, and that's not what we are talking about today. It's about you, dear Lightworker. I'm speaking directly to you, to every single person who is listening to this, and I am asking you personally to listen to my words. I am a god, as you are a god. Humans, be aware that you are gods too. I am known as a weather god, but you also call me Elemental Master. You may also know me as the God of Thunder. My domains are the fire and the clouds that float above you. Unfortunately, humans interfere with my domain and artificial clouds are created. But that is another story. I don't judge that, but that doesn't mean I approve of what you humans are doing. But that's not what we are talking about today. I'm speaking to you as a god, as Elemental Master, and I'm encouraging you to become aware of your own divinity. I have to stop for a moment. God Thor has come behind me, behind my chair, and has put both his arms on mine from behind. His hands are on mine at this moment, embedding divine energy into this video. He is speaking directly to you and wants me to repeat his words as he says them. Bella Isis has learned to live in harmony with us gods. She was chosen to be a galactic messenger and is working with us. We have already discovered this in higher dimensions before she left her Pleiadian body to assist in the ascension of Earth. Many brave souls have incarnated, and it is to them that I now wish to speak. Brave souls like you. I've known Bella Isis for a long time, but she forgot for a while. However, she was already regained the memory that she was once a druid, and therefore has very direct contact with the Nordic world of gods. This was planned back then. Bella Isis had already been prepared for this mission through her chosen earthly role. Although she chose it of her own free will, it was necessary for her to be able to contact us again very quickly and in a familiar way. That's why she has such a close connection with my brother Loki. She has simply forgotten that. He loves her very much, and so do I. At that time, she had a close connection to the Nordic world of gods, and these lived insights made it easier for her to deal with us. And Bella Isis can now speak to you of what I wanted to say. You have been trained and programmed to serve. But that is nonsense. Humans, you are gods yourselves and no longer need to worship other beings as gods. You have been taught this way to rob you of the memory of what you are inside. Gods. You yourself are divine, and it is pointless to worship or deify other beings. We from the divine realm urge you not to repeat these mistakes, for this behavior pushes you into lower roles, and you have already outgrown them. Awaken from your sleep, gods, and be aware of your own power. You do not need to worship other beings as gods. That would be very unpleasant for us and for you anyway. For you now have the chance to become aware of your own powers and, of course, your origins. You yourselves have the spark of the Almighty within you. You are all-powerful. Remember your abilities. Each one of you is special and blessed with special gifts. Remember your essence, your divinity, and your origin. I will then offer you an energy transmission that is directly tailored to each individual. It's actually a personal message from me, God Thor, directly to you. Be aware that I will be present with you during the message or energy transmission, and then I will leave your home again. Bella Isis sees, notices, or feels when we visit, but not always. But you can be sure that I am standing or sitting next to you at the very moment. If you are already able to sense beings, you will notice my presence. I offer you a message that is for your highest good. if you will allow it. I cannot work without your consent. An exchange of poor gratitude would also be pleasant, for all is subject to the constant work of giving and taking. I would also like to remind you of this. When you take or receive something, it is also your turn to give something. Bella Isis nods knowingly. She is going through my strict school. I will offer you a personal message of courage and confidence, tailored directly to you as an individual, which will take approximately 10 minutes. During this time, you will try to relax as much as possible so that the message I am about to give you can be absorbed. Stay calm and relaxed and let me work if you wish. If you agree, please give me a clear yes. Good. Push your thoughts aside and know that I am right here with you. Now let's get started. It is finished. I have now embedded my message to you. This message is not to be revealed until it is time for you. I bid you farewell and will now leave you to return to my realms. Thank you, dear God Thor. Thank you, dear friend. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing us such a divine message. Knowing that the necessary respect is very important to my friend, I would like to lovingly remind you that you can personally thank him from the bottom of your heart for what he has just offered you as an individual. I too would like to say goodbye to you now, dear Lightworkers. With love and courage in my heart, yours, Bella Isis.